Hi and welcome to Take Time to Create. Today I'm going to show you how to make this welcome mat, which will be the perfect addition for your front door. Alright, so what you want to do is grab a mat from the dollar store, and this is just an outdoor mat, and here's a green version if you don't like the blue, and sometimes they have different colors, so just keep an eye out. And also grab rocks from the dollar store. I have a package of, they're falling out, light colored rocks. And I got a few packages of dark colored rocks as well. What you do is you just grab your rocks and dump them out because you want to size them and you want to get it looking like a cactus. And for the cactus part, I like to have these thin, longer, oblong shapes so they kind of look like they're coming out. But if we have little pieces and you want to get your pots looking like an actual pot, so well, that might not work. So I always like to have a little bit longer here and then a little less, and if we can taper it a little bit, that's great. If not, that's okay. I'm just placing things for now, so just kind of work along, and you can see, if I scoot those out, you can see my rocks over here starting to go, and I've got kind of a cactus over here, and it's okay if they're not perfect at this point. All we're doing is just trying to get an idea because next we have to paint them. So get your rocks squared away, get how many you need to paint, and you might paint a few extra. And so we're going to kind of set them all out, see what we want. This does not look like a terracotta pot at all. This one looks a little weird, but we'll work with it, fuss with it a little bit. And then you want to have enough so you can start painting them. So, all right, we'll get on to the next phase. You don't need to see me fiddling with this. So when we come back, we'll be painting. All right, now it's time to start painting. And I started out with this color here. It is burnt sienna. And I'm just doing a light color on all of the pots and all of the cactus, because then when it's all put together, I can highlight, I can add details, I can really make it look even better. But for now, I'm just taking this and just painting, and I'm painting the top, and then I'll come back and paint the bottom because I might change where it goes, how it goes, and also I'm pretty sure I will find other rocks or I will change my mind as it starts coming together, as I start gluing things down. So I just want to get a good base, and it really helps me see the project once things are painted. So I'm letting these dry, and then I'll flip them over and paint them on the other side. And I'm going to keep the cactus together. So I'll keep this cactus all together in a bucket or a bin or something, and I'll keep the next cactus. That way it'll be a little easier to put it together. I also took pictures of what it looked like before I started painting, so I have an idea of what it looks like before I actually put it all together. Then I'll use probably one of these two lighter greens, either light green or sap green to start, and then I will add detail of a burnt umber and a darker green to add detail to them. And then one of the cactus, I have these round rocks. They're round, flat rocks. And I thought these would be pretty flowers, so I'm going to paint a cactus flower on it, but I'll do a base color, probably of a light pink, and then I will add, darker pink color and probably some white to that one too. So this is going to take a little while to paint. This is not a fast project, but it will look so amazing when it's done. Now, the rocks aren't all flat, and I'm not too worried about that because this is going in my backyard, so it's okay if it's going to be a little bumpy. I like the texture. I like what it's adding. I'm not adding any grip to this. And I know sometimes painted rocks can be slippery, but this is going in my backyard. It doesn't get a lot of use, and so I'm not too worried about it. If I was worried about it, I would probably add some sand to the paint, just a little bit to give it a little bit of grip. But like I said, I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to leave it as is, and I think it'll work. And I'll glue it, but we'll come back and we'll start gluing together. And then we also need to make sure it gets sealed really well because this will be outside. But let me start with the painting, and I'll show you what it looks like when they're all painted. All right, I have all of my cactus, the pots I painted, just in this burnt sienna. Make sure you get all around and just get all of the edges. Still a little wet because you don't know how you're going to place it down. And I just did one coat of everything, and I have the green, and I used this sap green. That's what I decided on. And I just painted one coat, and then I mixed a little bit of white and this brilliant red, just a little bit, to get this pink color. And then those will be my flowers. I will paint those into flowers. And there's one. I've got 3 little flowers, and they're a little off screen. And I just separated out on my drying mat into the 3 pots. So here's 1, 2, and then here's the 3rd pot, so that when I put them back on my mat, I know which ones go together. All right, so I have to let these dry, and like I said, I just did one coat, and then when I glue them onto the mat, then I will see if they need another coat, and then I think I'll add some detail, but I want to wait till it's actually on the mat before I add detail. Okay, so now it's drying time, and then it'll be puzzle putting together time, because we need to actually put it all together on the mat. So I'll see you after it's dry. All right, now I have all of the cacti all painted, and I have them in this little brown color, so it looks like a terracotta pot. And I just have 1 layer of green, and then these are, you can kind of see that they're a light pink color. And I'm just leaving this first layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiddle with it a little bit. I'm sure as I look and walk away, I will fiddle with it. But I'm also going to add these dark stones, so it's a contrasting color, and I'm going to add those all over. So the rest of the rug will be filled in, and I have to squeeze these in. I have little ones to go, you know, in between the cactus, and then I've got big ones to go around the edges and all over. So that's my next task with this rug. And once I get everything where I want it, then I'll be back and we'll start gluing it down. So next, this is a long phase. Just turn on a TV or a movie or something and watch, and then it'll take a little while, and it should really show the colors, and it'll really show the shape of the pots to go with, and then you have the cactus to go with it too. So let me finish this up, and I'll be back. Welcome back. So now we're on the final stages of this cactus doormat, and I have to say I'm really excited. I love how it's turning out. So what we need to do is, I added on this one because I wanted to see if it worked, and all you do is I just have this Winsor Newton marker, and you just add little lines for the prickles on the cactus. And obviously these are not glued down, and I did that just in case I mess up and I want to go on the back side. No big deal. And I just added random prickles all over, and it's okay if it's not perfect because this is going outside. The weather will get to it. And look how cute that is. Now it really looks like a cactus. It's starting to all come together. I'm very excited. So then what I'm doing for the flowers, I have some cactus flowers, and I'm just using Craft Smart, and this color is pink. Makes sense. And I'm just taking this, and I'm just kind of drawing. Now, this is not exactly what a cactus flower looks like, but you know what? I don't really care. And I just drew some little lines just like that, and I'm going to let that dry. The reason why I don't really care is because it's going to get stepped on. I'm not great at drawing flowers. And, you know, honestly, I'm not good at photographing flowers. It's just one thing I'm just don't have the talent for, but that's okay. Other people can do that, and I can do what I'm good at. And I'm just doing all of these real quick. And then I thought it would look really good with some accents. So I have red. And same thing, Craft Smart. These are paint pens. And I already activated them. You shake them up really good, and you press it on a paper towel or a paper plate for just a couple seconds to get the ink flowing. And I'm just adding a little bit of detail. And I will go through and do all of them just like that. Look at that, isn't that cute? And then you put it up against the green and it really looks more like a flower. All right, I have all of my cactus done and I put the little prickles on all of it. If you want, you can detail your terracotta pot if you want. If you want to add more detail, if you even want to do different plants, flowers, whatever you want to do, that's all perfectly fine because it's yours. Do whatever you want. I just thought cactuses were so cute. All right, so I'm putting on some gloves because I'm going to get ready to glue this down. I did a little test patch, and I think this glue is going to work really well for me. I'm using Liquid Nails Fuse It, and here's the bottle. What I was looking for when I went to the hardware store at Home Depot is I was looking for something that would stand up in harsh weather, no clamping, which is really nice, instant grab, and this is interior, exterior there, kind of ripped it off, but and low odor. So those are some things that were important to me. Also, best on fabric, which is my backing, and stone, which is what's on top. So I think this one will work really well. My test patch seems to be holding up. It's over here in the corner. It seems to be holding up really well. If you're interested and you want to know how this holds up over time, just leave me some comments in the comment section below and just ask me, how's it doing? Is it still holding up? And I'll let you know. Let's see how this goes. But all you do is you just open this up, and I'm starting on the edge, but you can't really see it. So let me just start here with one of the pots, and I'm just putting a blob of glue on, and then I just kind of nestle it in there and press it down just for a second. And that's it. And then it takes a little while because this is a big area and there's a lot of stones. So just take your time. If you want to stop, come back. That's no big deal. And then once you're all done, I would let it dry overnight. Preferably at least maybe 24 hours. It says 6 to 8, but I would probably give it a full 24 hours to fully dry. And then I'm going to take it outside and put a spray sealer over the whole thing. And I'm just going to make sure it's a good solid coat, couple coats of a spray sealer, and that's it. And now I have a beautiful custom mat that will go in my back door outside, and I think it's going to look terrific. Once again, if you have any questions, you want to know about the longevity, how's it holding up, leave questions in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, or you can follow my blog. Please like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you guys next time.